Guys, Deluded Gooner. Now, you guys always hear me say, Iwobi's a centre mid. Long term, he's a centre mid. Yes, he plays on the left or whatever, but he shows signs of a centre mid. I've spoken to you guys about how I like how he recycles the ball, how I like how he receives it off centre backs, how much that helps Ozil. Well, another example, his goal. Yes, you saw it, but look at actually what he did, where he was. He was in the central midfield possession. Position. Sorry, he's a strong boy. Dispossessed Renato Sanchez out of possession, driving, bursting run, showing his strength and his athleticism and his just overall power and through the middle of the park. No one could get close to him. Lovely weight of pass to Ramsey. Ramsey delivers the ball back, which Ramsey does quite a lot, and it doesn't get rated by fans because he also does a lot of equally stupid stuff. But yeah, returned it. That could become a theme. Like I said, the main thing is how he recycles possession. You look at the two games. I think it was the first one, the best example back in Australia. How he was staying deep, how it was allowing Ozil to stay up at the pitch and be in the positions where he can affect the game rather than be near our centre halves or near our fullbacks and then having to do everything. Yes, Ozil's got a lot of stamina, but it's common sense. Like it's just the way he recycles it, the way the appreciation he has for a football, and he makes quick decisions in the middle of the park. That's something we lack. Now we know we need another centre mid. We know there's a case for a centre mid. There's a case to not buy one, but there's also a case for two separate ones, an upgrade on Coquelin of that sort, and a playmaker. Now, if it's not going to happen, which we know we're linked with Thomas Lemar, whether it happens or not, there's talk of Wenger playing him centre mid. There's talk of him playing on the flanks. You'd like to think he'd play centre mid and the flanks, but who knows? That's all hypothetical. He hasn't played. So assuming that we do not sign a centre mid, there's a spot for Wilshere depending on fitness and if we can trust him and the contract problems and all that sort of stuff. Or it will be long term. Like it will be long term will be a centre mid. Look at the power. Look at the way he recycles possession. He gets it out of his feet quickly and he quickly passes. Or you see a lot of 5 yard passes. He has got it in his locker. So I would like to see him play a bit more cross field passes when in possession. Over the top a bit more, but he does like to thread them through as well. He gets his head up. He's got terrific balance. He's getting appreciation for the defensive side of the game, and he's starting in preseason. I know it's preseason, and you can't draw too many conclusions, and when the season goes on, it's another story. But he's trying to be effective and change the game, and that incidents like he did against Bayern Munich, exactly what I've been talking about, and exactly the example of I've been trying to tell you guys. And I thought, let me just bring out this video because it's specific there. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. And yeah, he could be a very good player for us. On top of that, if he comes off the flanks. We fixed our problem between not needed a centre mid, and that gives a spot that frees up a spot to another player, another attacking player or something. Because there will be a time when, depending on how we like to play, someone can miss out. But if we could play, I don't know. It might sound a bit weird, but a Iwobi based on what I've said with Xhaka, one guy who's a bit more mobile than Xhaka. They get on well off the pitch. A bit more mobile than Xhaka can go and be a hovering playmaker somewhat is like what I like to call Iwobi. Get into the mix, get into little pockets of space, dictate possession, dictate the tempo, and then you let Xhaka do his thing. And then obviously because Iwobi's not in a typical position he would be, whether that's the wing back roles or the positions that Alexis and Ozil occupy, or Lacazette occupying with three at the back. That frees up someone on the flanks. That could fit in an Ox or fit in a Bellerin or somewhat fit in someone. And then ultimately, the better players you have and the players that bring different components to a team, the more differences you have, the more unpredictable you are. And what do I always say, guys? The more unpredictable you are, the more likely you are to win a football match. Guys, it's not a long one. It's not a long one at all. I just thought that's the best example of Iwobi being a centre mid, to be honest with you guys. And thought it's another example to rein in the fact of he likes to roam the pitch and be a good playmaker. He's decent positional play. He's got an appreciation for a football. He's good balance. Can play 1-2s. Can do all these sort of things. Stuff we need. Frees up Mesut Ozil. Um, Helps him play long term because obviously centre mid you're going to have to learn different roles for the team. There's going to be times you want to attack but you have to stay disciplined and you can't. There's going to be times when if you're in a two and you're in a pivot, your partner wants to go forward but you can't because you obviously both can't. I know at Arsenal it doesn't look like the case because we all go forward, but that's how it should be in a black and white ideal world. if you're in a free, you need to think, okay, because our midfielders do look better in a free. Okay, he's over there. Should we shuffle? Who's his man? Should we stay tight when we're in possession? Should we open up when we're out of it to make the pitch bigger, make more space, and force their fullbacks back and things of that nature? And ultimately, it just makes you a better player. Like it just increases your IQ for football. I mean, I'm not comparing Iwobi to Schweinsteiger in any way, shape, or form, but Schweinsteiger was renowned as a winger. Yes, he did play centre mid then a couple of times, but he was basically a winger, and he converted. And it's almost like he never played on the wing. I'm pretty sure you'd ask certain people that are not as clued up, and they'll be like, Schweinsteiger, Bastion, when did he ever play in on the flanks? Blah blah blah. All you need to do is look at '06 World Cup. But yeah, like stuff like that, you can see how players, it increases your IQ and it makes you a better player. And ultimately, there will be a time where he can't play on the wing. I know it's a long time away because he just started his career, but a footballer's career isn't long. There may be a time where he loses his pace and things of that, and he has to change position. So if he has this now, he learns to not rely on his. He's not devastatingly quick, but he's reasonably quick, and he won't have to rely on his power, and it will just make his footballing IQ go up. There's not much to it, guys. But not to waffle, Delu Laguna, I'm signing out. Get in the comments, subscribe, follow me on my socials.